Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Strive Show. And today we're going to be talking about, are we covering up symptoms or are we getting to the root of the problem? Welcome to The Strive Show. I'm Dr. Jake Grinaker, and together with the amazing doctors at Strive Chiropractic, our phenomenal team, and some extraordinary guests along the way, we will be in the pursuit of truth in all things health, life, and family. We believe you not only can handle the truth, you deserve it. Enjoy the show. All right, hey everybody, welcome back to another episode. Brian and I were talking this morning on what we should talk about today, and we're like, you know what, let's just go in and start filming, because this is what we talk about all the time. It's just basically, are we covering up symptoms of the problem, or are we truly getting to the root of the problem?
Right, yeah, I mean, I think that's, sometimes people are misunderstood or misinformed even on, you know, exactly what we do and why we do it.
Yeah.
So,
the other thing too is I think sometimes people think, because a lot of times when we're talking about covering symptoms, we're talking about medications, you know, surgeries, all these kind of things. And I think some people think that we think everything's evil. Like we're out to get medicine, or we hate medical model, or we hate medical doctors. And nothing could be further from the truth. Like it's massively important, all of that's out there. We just tend to run to that first, or think when we don't have a symptom anymore that we fix the problem. Correct. Which just couldn't be further from the truth.
yeah, and I've always had the idea and thought that everything has its place.
Yes,
right?
100%.
And so, but like you said, I think some people just they whether that's just the way they've been brought up or the way they've been so-called taught, but that's what they kind of run to first is that, you know, medicine or that part of it.
Yeah.
And that's doesn't have to always be the case.
No.
We can, you know, there's certainly things that we do every day that fix things.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
So,
and I think the other thing too is that sometimes people think when they get a diagnosis, then that symptom goes away, that it's solved. You know, one that we kind of hear a lot, or we just kind of roll our eyes at, is this idea of fibromyalgia.
Yeah.
I've been told I have fibromyalgia, then I'm given this, you know, basically
title.
I'm given this title, and then I'm given this medication that's helping me feel better, and think at the end of the day that we won. It's fixed. Right. And if we just look at that one in particular, fibromyalgia means muscle pain. That's literally all it means. And you're taking something to cover up your muscle pain.
Correct.
We have yet to figure out why you have muscle pain. Where is it coming from? Yep. If we go farther up the chain to fix it, you know. And another one like that all the time that I laugh at is irritable bowel syndrome, right? I've been told I have irritable bowel syndrome, and I take, you know, whatever you take. I'm like, okay, you've been told to use the bathroom too much, and you gave something to stop it.
Sure.
We still don't know why that's happening.
Why? Yeah, that's the thing, but why?
Why?
Right? You know, whenever anybody comes and says things like that to me, my first thing I go to is, but why?
Why?
Where is it coming from? Why are you having it? That's the important part, is the why. Because if you can fix the why, you generally take care of the problem. Yeah,
and then that's what I talked about at the beginning. It's not evil. It's not like covering up the symptom is evil. It's just not, you know, ibuprofen's not evil. It's just not a good long-term solution. Correct. We don't want to long-term medicate ourselves out of a problem where we really haven't found, you know, the answer yet to what it is.
And that's just it. If there's certain things that you can do to find the problem and fix the problem, and do it, you know, first course, if you can do it naturally, then let's do it naturally.
100%.
Right? Instead of pumping your body full of things that it generally doesn't need.
Well, and a lot of times too, is Brian and I talk a lot about, a lot of times the bigger battle we're fighting sometimes with people is changing the way they think about things.
100%.
Not even changing what they do about things. 100%. We just have to change the way we think about things. And an example we use a lot, because we see a lot of kids in here, is this idea of a fever. You know, if we just think about a fever differently, we'll behave and react differently.
Sure.
So, you know, if we think about a fever, for example, a fever is a brilliant thing that our body has.
For sure.
Our body recognizes a foreign invader, you know, whether it be a sickness, a bacteria, or whatever, and it goes, oh my gosh, I got to kill this thing.
Yep.
It ramps our body temperature up, basically turning the oven on
to
kill the problem. As soon as it kills the problem, what happens? Your fever breaks, fever comes down and you feel like $1 million.
Yep.
Like if you can look at that experience as like, this is an amazing thing. Like thank goodness our body has ability to be able to get a fever rather than a scary thing or something I need to run for Tylenol for or I need to run to children's Motrin for. Like just changing your mindset about it is an amazing thing. And I remember, and then if your kid gets through that or you get through that, celebrate. Like, wow, my body now has antibodies. It kicked this thing's butt. Yeah. I'm feeling better. And not that fevers can't be scary. I'm not trying to minimize that. But for the most part, it's a brilliant thing that our body's doing.
Yeah. I mean, we had a patient come in here, a mom come in here at the end of last week, kind of a little bit concerned that her daughter had a fever. And I said, it's okay. Your body's doing what it's supposed to do to fix itself. Let it run its course. She'll be fine. She came back in on Monday. She's like, yeah, she had a fever for 2-3 days. Kicked it. It's over. Now she's good. And like you said, just an amazing thing that our body can do to help fight that.
Yeah. And maybe more of a common one that you may be experiencing or that we allude to is some people come in here and they're like, their whole back is seized up. Like everything is so tight. They're like, I can't move. It's like, I'll take a step and it'll seize up and like it, I can't even stretch it out or do that stuff. We have to think and be like, okay, our body's protecting itself. Like our whole system is seizing up around there because it's trying to tell us don't move.
Something's wrong.
Something's in there that's wrong.
Correct.
We have to find out what's in there that's wrong, correct it so that stops happening, rather than chasing this whole like, oh, it's seizing all the time, so I'm going to take a bunch of medication or I'm going to go get some type of injection or I'm going to go do all these kind of things. It's kind of like, well, wait a second. It's seizing for a reason. There's a problem further up the chain. Like if we can figure out what that is, we can get that to stop happening. Your body's not stupid. It doesn't just seize up on its own.
No, I was just going to say that. Like our bodies are smart, right? They're amazing things. And when your body knows that something's wrong, like it reacts accordingly. And yeah, it's an amazing thing. But to your point, like we have to find the why. Like, yes, we know that's going on, but why is it going on? Let's figure that out so that we can fix that. Yeah.
And anytime we try to trick the body, it just doesn't work well. No. You know what I mean? And you can maybe do it for a little bit, but it's going to cause problems down the line. And I'm maybe going to offend some people here, and maybe this is going to be a hot button thing. But it's no different than trying to trick our body for like good things. We see a lot with these, GLP-1s and all this stuff coming out. We're trying to trick our body into not being hungry, and we're trying to trick our body to do all these things. And you may see like short-term results.
For sure.
We just don't know what those long-term consequences are.
Absolutely.
And it's the idea if we can trick our body short-term, but what is it doing long-term? And I think a great example of that is, they used to tell everybody to take a baby aspirin, right? And take a baby aspirin because it'll, it'll thin your blood and it'll avoid heart attacks and all that kind of stuff. But you only can trick our body so long, and it starts to thicken our blood, and then they were seeing increased stroke risk and all this kind of stuff. These are examples of us trying to trick our body for gain, and it just doesn't work out long term. So we have to stop chasing symptoms. We have to stop looking at symptoms as the problem and really identify them for what they are. It's a warning light in our body that there's something else going on that we got to get to the bottom of.
Absolutely. That's a great way to put it, the warning light, right? If something's coming on in your dash, like there's something going on. Just like a car. Like if your warning light comes on in your car and you just leave it alone, well, yeah, it might be okay for the short term, but eventually it's going to catch up with it, and your car is going to break down just like our bodies will too.
And a lot of times those medications, it's kind of like sticking a piece of black electrical tape over that check engine light, right? You made the light go away, but it's still on. It's still on in there.
Yeah, the problem is still there.
Yeah. So the good thing about, what we do here, and there's a lot of great practitioners in different industries and around there, is that's why when someone comes in and they have something going on, they have this list of symptoms, our first thing we're going to do is try to dig into it.
For sure.
Like x-rays, scans, we're looking further up the chain, is that I know your body's seizing up on the right side, or I know you have this terrible headache, or I know, your digestion's super weird. We just have to figure out why. And that's one thing that we're going to do here, and we'll dig in everything that we can. We'll go over it all with you. And at the end of the day, if this isn't the best spot for you after we dig,
for sure,
we'll find the best spot for you.
Absolutely. Like we said in the beginning, like everything has its place, right? And if we can't help you fix your problem here, we're going to help you get you somewhere that's going to help you fix your problem.
Yeah, and it's our promise. It's call it a Hippocratic oath, call it whatever, but that's really what we want to do. So we always tell people that if there's something going on in your body that doesn't seem right, this is a really good first step.
For sure.
Because if we can help you, great. And if we can't, we'll get you to the spot that you can.
Absolutely.
So it's a great first place to go. But really what we'd love, like if this episode just made you think a little bit, man, I got to think about symptoms a little differently. Even if you don't do anything different right now, even if you don't call us, or even if you don't do whatever, if you started thinking a little bit different about it, that's a pretty big one.
Changing your mentality about how you look at some of that stuff.
Yep, 100%.
And when you start to make that shift, right, you do start to obviously look at things differently, and it really opens your eyes to what better things, better options are out there for you.
Yep. No, for sure. So this is one we talk about a lot. I'm sure we'll revisit this at some point again. It was got us fired up this morning, so we thought we'd bring it to all of you. But hope you enjoyed that episode. If you know someone that's struggling with some of this or needs to start thinking different, share this episode with them. Forward it over, whatever you need to do. And as always, if you ever need anything from us, we are a text and email, anything away that we can, phone call that we can help you. Please don't hesitate to reach out.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning into The Strive Show. Whether you are watching us on YouTube or listening to the podcast on your favorite platform, make sure you hit subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you found value in today's episode, please share it with a loved one. We would be honored. Thanks, and have a fantastic week. And we're going to just pretend we're doing something for a while here. I remember